Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today here we are. We have at least gotten everything connected down to the smelter for the iron. We have run enough up here that quite frankly, we emptied out everything into these. So we had 27 ore or something like that is what we ended up with, whatever. And so that's what we got. That's what we're going to run. It's not quite full, but it's almost full. So this is the first trip down there. Did pick up the 3 hopper cars for it. So it's time to give it a shot and test and see how everything comes out. So, first run. Haven't had anything down the track yet. Not exactly sure. I think we got all the trees, but who knows. Have everything else done with it now, so we'll have to see how it goes. This part up here is a little crooked. Probably going to straighten that out at some point. Not exactly sure. Looks like we need to throw some wood in this thing before we get going too far. So let's do that. Probably bump this up, because that's probably quiet. There we go. Alright. Back to doing. Alright. And this should really mainly be a lot about brakes more than going. I can't anticipate this run being... This is going to be a lot of brakes. Hopefully it's enough brakes. The way down, the way up, I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully it can pull it. It's going to be up for debate how many of this can pull. Did turn around and pretty much just drop down at around 4%. It is not all of the time 4%. Most of it is a 4% route, so we'll have to see. We did less than that at one point just to get over a rock or something, but most of it's just pretty much 4% consistent grade, which this seems to be doing just fine with 3. We're gonna actually step this up eventually, see how many empties we can pull back up it, and then that'll be kind of how many we end up sticking on this train, and that's where this one will stay. Oops, we don't really need that. We just need less brakes. I think that's probably the flat spot. There's a couple little flat spots in here, or flatter spots. Anyway, so going crazy curve. Other than that, which, it's definitely not going to be a high-speed downhill run. Lets you go crazy. But you can definitely derail doing it, that's for sure. Be about finding the happy spot on the brake. That's probably a little faster than we're looking to go. Seems like somewhere around 50% is going to be the brake. The brake option that is the best. Gotta keep on cruising down the hill. The downhill isn't going to be the worry. Getting back up the hill is going to be a whole different animal. Hopefully we can actually do it. I'm sure we can make the whole way down the hill without burning wood at all, to be totally honest. Dev path is somewhere up there. I think that's probably it up on that shot. I'm not exactly sure. We left the dev path behind. Not going that route this time. Sky bridge, yes. Grounded bridge, yes. So, other than that, didn't matter to me. River's fast, easy, and going where we wanted to go. And this definitely does that. So, as you can see, it drops off though. Coming down into the valley. Everything seems to be working out. used to come across, which we do not anymore. And then down here we can probably chop the brakes. And let it roll out. Have the waterfalls over here to the right. So that looks cool. Obviously we took out some trees there to actually get a decent view of everything as we go by. This we should be able to get on it. Looks like we got most of the trees in here. It's definitely going fast enough. Alright, set a little bit of brakes. Good enough. Alright, that all works. That's good, at least for the downhill. Say here the big question is really going to be, can it go up the hill, not about whether it can come down the hill. That part we pretty much knew. I think we can just get all three of these at the dock. Oh. Good enough. Alright, so that should actually start to put some money back in the bank. So that's working. Alright. Now let's see if it'll actually do the hard part or not. Because that's gonna... Oh. Whoa. Alright, we need to come around the loop. Be interesting to see how all of this handles. This is definitely sharp. No doubt about it. But the yards are set up for slow yard movement rather than switching or shunting locomotives, any of that kind of stuff. Should just be able to drag through all the yards as long as we drag slow and don't get out of hand. Everything should be fine, is my assumption. Anyway. Alright, so that works. And then we'll just run down the dock down here. Put it on the closed loop for iron. Not that it's going to be staying on that. Should actually almost leave the train down here. It would keep it out of the way, but we do have a spot to leave this one. Or at least leave the cars up at the mine, I think. No problem. Alright, so as you can see, that'll then put it on the closed iron loop, and this would be able to run now iron loops all day long without having to flip switches, which is the idea. So there we go. Back down. Well, actually going to be back up the rail. Put that down. Put it into climbing mode here pretty quick. Nice thing is with this 280, this thing should be strong enough to do plenty, right? So hopefully we can expand this to 5 or 6 hopper cars just as soon as we actually have the money to do it, which, you know, honestly means we need to get the mine full. Oh, it's just taken off. we go. Finally hit the grade. Nice little look up the river. Kick it. Yeah, it'll accelerate just fine. So we should be able to chop this down. Alright, looks like we have plenty of power to spare. And that should set us in nice for the chug. Back up the hill. Probably gonna actually speed this up just a touch. See how that goes. 3 is definitely gonna, you know, light, but looks like we have plenty in the tank yet to step this up to, you know, like I say, 5 or 6 at least is gonna be the idea. At least 5, which it seems like it's gonna have that in the tank. It's just now about getting the money to do that. But as we fill the mine, which we'll be doing, have to pick up a couple of more tier 2 cars just to make that run a little more profitable. Seems like it's got room in the tank again there for 2 more. We were just doing 4 at a time. I think we can get away with 6 there, maybe 5 here for the time being, and start making some money doing all of that. But this is definitely going to be this one, you know, gray. The gray logo here is definitely going to get the coal mine, or the iron mine, excuse me, for its run. It's just what it's going to be doing. Just looks good. Track came out pretty easy. Should make for fast runs. That's kind of the idea. Fast and easy. No need to switch. No need to flip. No need to do much but run it. That turn gets a little bit jiggy on the way up, but that's the only one. That's going to be a little wobbly, which that's fine. I can handle that. Flattens out a little bit in here. Have to worry about the speed probably. Taking off. Settle down. That's going to be a thing to keep an eye on. Kick that back into gear a little bit. Seems like it do just fine. And here we come back up on the mine. So as you can see, it makes for a nice, fast, easy run. Definitely a few spots we're going to clean up and straighten out, stuff like that, like this landing, things like that. But it all for the first lay goes decent and easy enough, which quite frankly was the idea. Alright, so that'll take us off this way. We'll have to see now how the turnaround works. Normally we'd be obviously filling this back up. Today we will not be. But we'll bring it around the loop and park it somewhere there on the side. If the loop works. Haven't honestly been on the loop yet, so it's hard telling whether this is just going to be too sharp or whether we'll be able to pull it off or not. But we'll have to see. If we creep through here nice, is this part right here is definitely sharp. So we'll find out if it gets by this. Oof. That is really very sharp. Alright, looks like we did okay. So then with this one, I think we'll just turn around and park them here on the siding. As you can see, we did put in a 45 degree, I believe it's a 45 degree crossover. First one we've used anywhere, got that put in here. And so then that brings it there and back down the loop. So there we go. With that, I think we're going to call that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.